Okay, I've just sat and watched 30 minutes video, so bear with me if this video gets at all disjointed at any point. First of all, I'm sticking with my point of conversation from last week because only Owen made an effort to answer. Both Dan and Carla said they would next week. So, sticking with the representation of young people and teenagers in the media. Go. Dan, the DVDs arrived yesterday morning. Thank you for that. I can't believe that Heroes got no powers anymore! So the Haitian is going to be the only character that can do anything to Arthur Petrelli anymore. And by the way, people, before I get whined at for spoilers and crap, the US is now only 2 days ahead of the UK, and the UK episode, that same episode, has now aired. If you're choosing not to keep up to date, that's your problem, not mine. On another note, also pertaining to Heroes, Carla, I noticed the HER of Heroes on my poster in the background as well. I wouldn't have said it was funny, I would have said it was noteworthy, and I would have mentioned it, but you did, so I'm not going to bother. Owen, the Halloween costume looked better through beer goggles. I have to retract my praise, I'm afraid. By the way, buses running late are unimportant, but prams on buses and dogs on buses are somehow blog-worthy. Nah. I missed a lot of my open days as well, so I would have liked to ask Dan and Carla to sell their unis to me, too. However, upon checking, neither of their unis actually teach creative writing, so it would be a waste of time for me. So you two, the only person you need to sell your uni to is Owen. Also, no, I'm not going to talk about Morrison's, Owen. Okay, recommendations. Daniel recommended the Michael Frayn book, which I will give a look at some point. I want to just say here that had I have read Spies myself, I probably would have liked it. But the fact that I had to pick it apart, and frankly, it's shit to write about. If it had been better to write about, or I hadn't had to actually write about it, I probably would have enjoyed the book. But I hate the book, and I hate the author as a direct result. This may be pertaining to Mr. Holloway's constant finding of sexual innuendo in a book that actually had none, but whatever. Owen, good job at making a mockery of the recommendations idea. So, 2 books, a book series, 2 films, 37 miscellaneous items, only 35 of which count because you repeated yourself, and assisted suicide later. We've completely destroyed the whole idea. Ignoring that and going on anyway, Angels and Demons is an awesome book by an amazing author, and I wholeheartedly second that recommendation. The Catcher in the Rye, I hear, is somewhat like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. I know people that did it A-level and loved it. I know people that did it A-level and despise it with a passion. As for the Broken Sky books, if you ever fancy lending them to me, I will read them. And then Carla had to go and recommend Fruit Pastels. Now, I'm not sure whether at this point I should be recommending Oxygen or Water. My recommendation is actually going to be something that I've suggested to Daniel before when we were playing cards, and that is the manga Death Note. Now, I know that all 3 of you aren't particularly people that would go out and buy and read a manga, whether it be because it reads right to left, or because it's essentially a comic book, or whatever, but I have a feeling that Daniel particularly would love the story. I think that Carla would love the story, and I think that Owen would love the story. Although this is specifically a recommendation to Daniel, I would actually recommend it to all 3 of you. But I would also recommend buying it and not reading it online, because everywhere it's up online is translated from Japanese, and thus translated particularly poorly, whereas the English version is very, very good. But of course, whether or not you actually read it is down to you. It's a 12-volume series, so you can always buy volume 1, and if you like it, continue. If you don't, don't. Carla, thank you for the interest in the magazine thing. It was actually a summer uni course, just a taster course thing that I did because I had a lot of free time, and I really enjoyed it, actually. To be perfectly honest, I'm livid beyond belief as far as Owen's and Carla's comments about text speak are concerned. Owen, it's just spelling, and Carla, I'm used to using it to the point that it interferes with your essay writing. What the hell? Owen just beggars belief with his comment, and Carla, I'm actually genuinely surprised at you. I thought you'd have more pride in the language that you're learning, and... Oh. It really pissed me off. More so than the subject itself, and I didn't think that was possible. Dan, I'm going to do what you did this week and put off answering your question until next week, because I don't want to download Quantum of Solace. I want to actually go and see it at the cinema. So, Owen, if you actually do want to go and see the film, we'll have to organise a trip out either over the weekend or early next week, so we can both talk about it in our videos. On the subject of the opening theme tune, I really do not like the song. I just do not like it. If we actually use it, I will pull a Daniel and not use an opening. It's too loud, it's too long, I just do not like the song itself. And, by the way, pertaining to copyright, as per YouTube's terms of service, something which, from the way you're talking, Colin, you could really do with reading, both you and Daniel seem to have misunderstood the fact that, yes, lots of people upload copyright material on YouTube. But on the other hand, lots of people have their accounts suspended and the videos deleted as a result of uploading copyrighted material and the videos being flagged. I'm not willing to have our account suspended or deleted simply over something as pathetic as that opening theme tune. Sorry, I'm just not. For the record though, if we were to record it ourselves, and by we I mean Owen, if we were to record a copy of the same song, that would be fine, because you can't copyright chords. So, if you really want to use it, have Owen record your own copy, but just so we're clear, I will not be using it if we use it. As per the actual visual opening, I do intend to do another one by my next video. You would not believe how many takes this video has taken to done, and one way or another, this is going to be the last take. I refuse to do another one. Basically, my thoughts are everywhere at the moment. My dad's in hospital, which has thrown me completely. I really didn't expect that. There's loads of other bits and bobs going on, and it's just completely blown up. NaNoWriMo, I'm fucked. I'm never going to finish it. But I am trying. I'm just not finding the time nor the inclination, and I really, really want to finish. I'm only at about 5,500 words. I want to do at least a couple of thousand today. I'm supposed to be doing 2,500 a day, and I just can't do it. We'll see. I really want to do it. Genuinely, I really do. But it's just not working out. Okay, right. See you next week, people. Hey, I'm kind of losing it here. I completely forgot to talk about the blog. It's at projectmackerelblog.blogspot.com. For Project Mackerel members, you just sign into the Google account as normal, and then you go to My Account and click on Blogger. That'll take you to the dashboard, and it's fairly simple from there. There's an instructions post to say how it should be done and stuff like that. I'm sure you can all work it out. I don't know if you'll use it, whatever. Oh my god, I didn't realise I was this stressed. I really need to go and sleep.